Could it be that your doctor is lying to you about kidney stones? Let's talk about that. So, this is a big one. So,
Yes.
could it be that someone's doctor is lying to them about kidney stones?
I have to say, this is so common. I get this a lot, and I've gotten it my whole career. Jill, are you telling me that my doctor's lying to me? Or, Jill, is my doctor lying? Or, Jill, my doctor's not telling me the truth simply because then they get to keep making money off my stones. Why would they tell the truth? Why are they going to help me prevent kidney stones? They want to take them from me and charge me for all these surgeries. These surgeries are thousands and thousands of dollars. So patients get angry because they've had stones for years and they have not gotten correct information. These are and ors. They have not gotten any information. They have gotten wrong information. What could wrong information be? Stop using calcium. Don't drink milk. Kale is high in oxalate. A diet cannot prevent kidney stones. We need a whole separate video on that. Just drink water. That's something that they all say, and they don't say anything else. They will always, most doctors are going to say drink water, but they're not. When patients get a private consult with me, they're like, why have I not been told this all these years? And that's when they say, oh, well, why would they? Because these doctors are making all kinds of money. Listen, your doctors, listen, yes, of course they make money. They're providing a service. No, but you can't go in and go break up a stone. This is very difficult work to be a surgeon. Now, so I'm never, yes, people will say, well, you're just trying to protect the doctor. I'm not protecting nobody. I'm telling you what the truth is. They're surgeons. They're not studying nutrition. They don't have time to talk to you about all this stuff. They may not have the right information, but they're not doing it purposely. They have heard that kale is high in oxalate, so that's what they're going to tell you. Well, Jill, why are they telling me not to drink milk? Because they're misinformed. They may be saying that to you because you have high urine calcium. How do I know if I have that, Jill? You got to get a urine collection ordered. That's the only way you're going to know that. And this is why I tell you to get one ordered. My doctor said, I don't need one. I will say your doctor is wrong about that. You do need one. You do need one. Because how are you going to know why you're forming kidney stones? That urine collection result has so many things on it that you would never know unless you got one done. So push back when your doctor says that. That's my number one thing for you. If you don't listen to anything else I say, get that ordered. Okay? That's super important. Oh, Jill, I eat a low salt diet. And then when I see a urine collection, 7,000 milligrams of salt that day. But the patient didn't understand. What are we talking about, Jeff?
Yeah. But because that is a common, like, it's an understandable question to think, like, okay, is this being withheld
Yes.
deliberately?
Yes, and healthcare for a long, long time is definitely under scrutiny. People, everything is expensive. I had over $1 million worth of medical care, at least for all my stuff for my cancer. Okay, so many surgeries and all kinds of special stuff and blah, blah, blah. So, when you're sick and then you start getting the bills rolling in, of course look, healthcare, we automatically are all skeptical about it. These doctors make so much money. Shoot, just the liability insurance is enough to choke a moose. I mean, it's a big deal. So you'd be surprised. They're not all sitting there wealthy. And also, if they had the time to help you, they would. If they had the correct knowledge to help you, they would. But they're studying on how to be the very best surgeon they can. That's what they do. And thank God that they do it. So sometimes in life you have to search elsewhere for the right information. So no, doctors are not purposely withholding information. The only time I get mad at doctors or upset with them is when they say you don't need the urine collection, or the diets don't work for kidney stone prevention, or you're just a stone maker. That's also another video. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like somebody saying, well, you just make cancer, Jill. That's the most hopeless feeling in the world that patient just got. And I can't tell you how many people call me and I'll say, boy, they lost a kidney. They've had hundreds of kidney stones. I'm like, and I just say, what made you call me now? And they'll say, because I'm not getting help elsewhere, and or I'm not getting help elsewhere. But also, I'll say in a nice way, what took you so long to call and get help with this? And they'll say, because my doctor just said I was a stone maker, so I just didn't think there was anything else until this last surgery. I had a nephrectomy, which is the removal of a kidney, and I started to research, and I found you. And so I'm telling you guys, the things that I hear on a daily basis from the hell that you all have been through, I don't know what to say. So this is why till the day I die, I'll be screaming about this kind of stuff. So my success rate with patients is really high because I'm taking the time, we're going through everything, but not just that. I know how to talk to people based upon what they're having obstacles with. And each of you is very different. Different lifestyles, different allergies, different medical conditions. And I'm very good at putting all of it together and help you prevent kidney stones, but also pay respect to all the things you're going through medically, allergies, food sensitivities, blah, blah, blah. The doctors don't have time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The doctors are not even asking you, what are you eating? They're not asking you any of those things. They simply don't have the time. Many of them don't have the extensive knowledge. Many of them think they're giving you the right advice, like don't drink milk, your urine calcium is high. But I'm going to tell the patient, your urine calcium is high. It's probably coming from your bone. You definitely need calcium to prevent osteoporosis. And the only way you're going to lower urine oxalate is to get enough calcium. So I guess the answer to this video is you must know this. Your doctors are not keeping information from you purposely to make money so they can do another ureteroscopy, cystoscopy, lithotripsy. They're not doing that. They're doing the best they can. They don't have all the right information. Here's the other thing. You may not like this, but this is true. You're watching this, you, the viewer, because you really want to get information on how to prevent kidney stones. I want you to be very proud of yourself for doing that because, and I'm pulling this number out of my hat or this percentage, 9 out of 10 people are not going to take that extra jump into learning and figuring this out for themselves. Why? Because most people, number one, it hasn't been bad enough yet. And number two, they don't want to change their diet. They'd rather eat junk. And so here's another reason why doctors don't give out a lot of information or order the urine collection. Jill, nobody's changing their diet. Nobody's changing their diet. I'd rather just put them on a pill to lower urine calcium instead of talking about salt and sugar. So doctors get frustrated because patients, this channel should have millions of viewers because there's millions of kidney stone formers. But that's just not the case. People don't seek help. You could say, well, here I am, sissy, and I'm thrilled you are. And you should be really proud of yourself that you're doing it. But most people aren't you. So it's really important that you know that. And you should take pride in that. So doctors, they're not keeping information from you. They don't have the time to do it as extensively as somebody like I do who does this for a living. Or they don't have the right information, or they have outdated information. And you're doing the right thing by seeking help from people in the industry that absolutely have been doing it a good long time, who have a great track record and a success rate. And so be proud of yourself that you're here. But, I wish the urologists would pay more mind to the prevention side of it, but they're surgeons, and that's where we need them to be. Some of you may need a nephrologist. And if you do decide to find a nephrologist, that's a medical doctor that specializes in the kidney, please find one that specializes in kidney stone prevention. A lot of nephrologists will do chronic kidney disease, diabetes, metabolic disease, but they're not really caring too much about kidney stones. So advice for all of you, whenever you're looking for a doctor for a specific thing you have, make sure when you're going to their website that you see clinical interest and passions with what you have. Because just because somebody's a nephrologist doesn't mean they're caring about kidney stones or that's their expertise. I hope that makes sense, Jeff, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
And
people,
just,
yeah, go ahead.
well, I was only going to say, it's not hopeless going to the doctor either. We do, right on kidneystonediet.com/start, on the start page, we have a way to have better doctor's visits. It's an actual form you can print out, you can bring with you, and better convey to the doctor that, okay, I'm ready to make a change. This is what I
Yes.
understand about change, because then they're so much more receptive to it, because they're like, oh, this is, as you said, this is someone who's ready to do this.
Yes. Excellent, excellent point. And we have a article on our blog that says 13 critical questions to ask your doctor at the first appointment. So we have plenty of help on the blog and the kidneystonediet.com start page to help facilitate that first appointment. Jeff, it's an excellent point. When you come eager to learn, those doctors will unbuckle their ties. They'll sit down. They'll be like, oh, Susie and Billy, they're interested. And doctors love it. Most, not all, doctors love it when you come giving a damn about your health. That's why they became doctors. So when you, and also if you say, I know, doctor, you have said in the past that I don't need the urine collection, but I want you to order that for me because I want to do every darn thing that I possibly can. And when you say it like that, doctors order them. So it's really important. And also on my blog, I have things on how to get the doctor to order urine collection. Go to the blog. It has everything you need, folks. And then if you do get a urine collection, there's nobody better at analyzing those urine collections and helping you facilitate the next doctor appointment you have to go over the urine collection than me. Why? Because I'm the Queen Marie? No, because I've been doing it for decades and I was taught by the best. So I'm very good at knowing how to help you understand those urine collection results so you can have a better doctor office visit. If you get a better doctor office visit, you will get better treatment and you can stop making kidney stones. That's how we do this. This whole channel is about making sure that you never get a kidney stone again. The end.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You can find everything at kidneystonediet.com. And again, decades, it's literally over 26 years, thousands of patients. So if you're curious to learn more, kidneystonediet.com. And thanks for tuning in. Share this with anyone you think could benefit from it. And we'll see you next week.
Subscribe, people. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye.